Hello and welcome back to another episode of Gurukul Online Learning. Uh, Today's episode is mostly of tips and tricks on the sitar, since you're all playing it now. Um, One thing I want to refurbish or want to refresh in your mind is the gauge of the strings that we are going to use for sitar. During the lockdown, you may run out of strings and you may want to order them online. In that case, you have two options. One, you have this company called Nataraj, and you could search it up online, and they are going to give you pre-cut strings. Where one pack can do one sitar. It has the tarabs, it has the jor, and it'll have everything you need. So you can either get that. If, however, if you want to have, I am personally not a big fan because all the strings are not going to go at once. That kind of creates a confusion. So that's your emergency pack in case if you don't have access to other strings. But if you want professional strings, if you want to buy the full coil, what you need to know is you have three different gauges in this sitar. The first one, being the thinnest, is single zero. So you're looking for a pack that has 1 0 in it and not 2, because double zero is much thinner. So they call it single zero sitar tarab strings. So that's number one. Number two is number 3. Sounds funny. Number 2 is number 3. So number 3 is the gauge number that you're going to have to look for sitar strings. Of course, they also use it, I think, in some guitars, in some other instruments like Esraj and I think Sorod as well. But number 3 gauge is what you're looking for. That is going to cater to the main string, the Gandhar string, and the Pancham string. That's all that you need for gauge 3. And the last string that you're going to need is probably going to be used a lot less, which is the Jor string, the bronze string, which is number 27. So gauge number 27 is the string that you're looking for. So that kept aside. One more tip that you need to kind of extend the lifespan of strings, because every time you play, moisture is the number one enemy of steel strings, period. So in order for you to eliminate moisture from your strings and to make it substantially live much longer to serve your purpose, is this simple trick that I picked up. So you take a tissue paper. I would recommend a cotton cloth which you are going to wipe your sitar with. So I don't have one right now, so I'm going to use a tissue paper. And I've already played the sitar for a while. So what happens is the moisture from your fingers are going to get attached to the strings. Watch what happens. So this is a clean tissue paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe the string from the end to the top and give it a good wipe like that, and you're going to hear and feel that something was kind of slippery, and as you're moving your hands and wiping the string, it's getting cleaner. It's going to be visibly cleaner. And once you're done doing that, I don't know if you can see, you have 2 black spots right here. So this is the moisture. This is the moisture that you have to get rid of. And trust me, it's going to at least triple the lifespan of your strings. So you do that for every single string there is, and you're going to end up with more and more moisture. Number 3 tip I'm going to give you is, if you want to shine your sitar, if you want to keep it shiny, guitar polish can be the best friend your sitar surface can have. So you buy any good guitar polish, try to get the expensive ones. You use that over the top, and pretty much self-explanatory of how to do that. But the tricky bit is, how do you clean the insides? So you take maybe a old cotton t-shirt and make sure it's very smooth. Split it into 2, make a thin cloth but a long one out of it. If I have to use this as an example, you put it inside through the frets like this. You put it inside, and then what you do is how you would shine a shoe. You keep on doing this, and the insides are going to be clean. Of course, you're going to have to use guitar polish or something like that inside as well, but this is basically how you're going to do it. sooner or later, I'm going to also make an episode of how to do the juari over here and how to restring, including the top ones and the bottom ones. Until then, take care. Happy sitar playing and learning. We will meet again. Bye bye.